Can you hear me now? What about now? No? Marvellous. That's a good start. Oh, you can hear now, can you? Spot on. So is it working okay? I'll put the chat on the screen, I think. This is just new software, so I'm just getting used to it. I've also got to get used to the camera, the fact that the camera's there and my screen's here. So, is this the first time you've been on this live, Steve? Didn't see you on the last one, I don't think. I think I might have a problem with the internet as well, but maybe not. Maybe it's just me. I'm okay, Steve. Even better now I know when I'm going back to Thailand on the 30th of December. 6 weeks on Tuesday, I think it is. And I can't wait. You going this year? Was last time. Quiet last time. Was that what you said? It was quiet last time? What was quiet? Pattaya was quiet. You were there in December last year, weren't you? Or was it June last year? One core GIEFC. Good evening. I think that's how, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Obviously, that's not your name. One Corgi EFC, I believe that is. Am I right? Already been this year, not back until December 2026. Must be celebrating my 50th. All right, okay. 50 next December. Wow. It's a good place to spend it, I suppose. Your 50th, that is. Well, we've only got 2 people on here. Oh, we might have 3, if I'm reading it correctly. So did you see the last video, Steve? The one about returning back to Thailand. Got any ideas for any bars you want us to visit? January 2027 would be there for Christmas and New Year. Nice one. I'm sure I'll join you for a few drinks. I think a lot of people might be watching the football and the boxing tonight. So it was debatable whether I should do this at this time or not. But we'll soon find out. So has anybody got any ideas whether they want us to do any videos? Any bars? Any restaurants? I've got a great interview lined up for with a guy who's been going to Bang Chang for about 20 odd years. That's going to be a really good video, and I'm going to film it in Bang Chang as well. So I'm really looking forward to doing that one. So Steve, you're staying in Soi 15. Whereabouts are you staying in Soi 15? Did you stay there last time? Can everybody see the comments all right on the screen? As I say, this is new software, so I'm experimenting with it tonight. Stayed at Centaura in June. Don't think it's called a Centaura now, is it? It's been taken over by somebody else, I think. I did see a different name on the front of it last when I was there in July, but I can't remember the name that was on it. But it wasn't Centaura. I'm sure they got closed down or went bankrupt or something. But it's open again. So anybody else on the stream got any questions you would like to ask? Hi, Spode139. Saw the last video. The countdown to going is always exciting here, definitely. I was there last there in May with my Thai missus and daughter. Unfortunately, we are in the UK at the moment for 2 more years. Well, 2 years will absolutely fly over. I know it's not the ideal place that you'd want to be. I was driving along the coast today, and the sea was absolutely horrendous. It was freezing cold and raining. I thought, thank God I'm going back in 6 weeks. At least you're together anyway. Your missus and your daughter are in the UK. That's a good thing. So are you going to move to Thailand in 2 years? Is that your plan? Steve, think the condos are still called Centaura. Okay. Not sure, but obviously it's the same building. It's the same room, so it doesn't matter as long as you can get one. We're staying in the Nature View when I get back on the 31st for a couple of nights, even though obviously I've got my house there. But it's going to be easier being in town on New Year's Eve, and we're going to spend a couple of days having a good time. Spode139, I'm in South Wales and the flooding has been terrible. I know, I heard that on the radio today. Unbelievable. To be honest with you, we haven't really had that much rain. When I was driving along the coast today, it was absolutely pouring down, but not for long. It's just been really windy and freezing cold. The sea was rough. I've just been watching Wales on there playing football there. Good result if you're a football fan, if you're a Welsh football fan. Stevie Angus, you may see Mr. McIntosh. Yes, I think Sean McIntosh is going in December. So I'll definitely see him there. Spud139, yes, I'm taking early retirement at 55 and we turn on selling up here and retiring there. Great idea. So where would you stay? Have you any plans on where you're going to stay? Obviously, it's a big place. We were talking about staying in Nina's village when we were talking about moving there, but I couldn't live there. I don't think Nina could live there either. She likes to be near all the markets and restaurants, food. That wouldn't be any good for her. She would be miles away if she stayed there. So I retired at 55, Spud. So what was that? 2020. I was forced on us. Like I didn't. Well, it wasn't forced. I was made redundant, and then I was due. I could have took my pension a couple of months later, my private pension. So I did. So I retired at 55. And I've been back here a couple of times in that space of time. But I absolutely hate being here. And as you're probably aware, I'm only here because my dad's not well. So I had to come back. But I'm definitely going back on the 30th of December. Let me just reiterate that once more. And I can't wait to get back. See what else is on here. So I take the volume and everything's all right now. I'm sure somebody would have said something if it wasn't. Spud, been looking at Wahin. Oh, nice, yeah. I like Wahin. The choice of schools there. My daughter at the moment is only 8, so will require schooling for a few years yet. Okay. Yeah, is he getting better? He's out of hospital. He's been in hospital for 5 weeks. I wouldn't say he's getting better, but he's out of hospital, so that's a bonus. And he's back home. And I think that automatically improves your mood anyway from being in hospital for 5 weeks. So we'll wait and see what happens. But he's 89, so he's a bit tired. Wahin. So I take it you've been to Wahin then a few times. I've been once. Did like it. I'm going to go back in January and do a video. So that should be quite interesting. Probably going with Nina as well. So we'll make the video together. So you'll see her on the videos again once I get back. Even though she doesn't particularly like to be on the videos, she will. Nina lived here for 10 years and worked here. So she knows the climate and she doesn't really want to come back. I think 10 years was enough. So anyway, do you like that photograph in the background? Quite pleased with that, actually. Didn't think it would look as good as that. Steve Angus, I'm sure you'll have something to say about that. My missus has been here 8 years now, and safe to say she's very much had enough of the UK. Yeah, but she has. It's not too bad in the summer when it's obviously warmer. It's when you get the winter, moving into the winter months like we are now. I mean, it was absolutely freezing today. And if you're living in Wales, I think you'd get a lot of rain there, don't you? So that can't be fun. Problem with Nina was that when she first came, she didn't have anything to do. So it took her a while to get into things. She started playing bowls, and then she started work, and then she was okay. But she hated the winter months. I think we all hate the winter months anyway. So definitely don't envy anyone bringing their Thai partners to the UK now. The cost of the process is crazy. It's mad. Yep, it's rain, and more rain. Correct. Yeah, the prices, the cost of bringing somebody to UK now is horrendous. I think it cost me in total, including getting Nina's British passport, probably about, I think I probably spent about 15 grand over the five years. Absolute madness. And now she's in Thailand, but she's got a British passport. So have you gone down that route? If your wife's been here for 8 years? Or wife or girlfriend? Yeah. Steve, have you been to Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai? I fancy going next time. No, I haven't, but I will be going next year. I want to try and go to as many places as I possibly can. Do fancy Chiang Mai. I'm sure there's a sleeper train you can get there from Bangkok, which I fancy doing. I don't know how much it is. I'm going to look into it, and I might do the video from Bangkok to Chiang Mai on the train. We'll see. But yes, she's got a UK passport now. That's the only good thing, really, isn't it? That comes to come out of it. Getting your British passport. It's a long, drawn-out process, though. It was unbelievable the amount of hoops I had to jump through to do it. Probably exactly the same for you. And the cost was just unbelievable. Would I have done it if I'd known that she wanted to go? She would want to go back to Thailand. I mean, I wanted to go to Thailand as well, so it's not just Nina. But I don't know. You do what you think's right at the time, I guess. And no, Steve, I haven't been to Chiang Rai either. But if anybody on here has, then please make yourself known and tell us what it's about, what it's like. So, Spud, is that the only place you fancy, Wahin, or are you thinking about other places as well? Like I say, I've only been once, so I love Chiang Mai and would seriously consider that as a retirement location, but the burning season is the only downside, yeah. Otherwise, it's stunning there. Right, okay. Yeah, well, they're supposed to stop the burning, haven't they? But obviously that's never going to happen. But I do fancy it. I do fancy going to Chiang Mai. So does anybody watch Pattaya Owl? He's doing really well. I think he only started the channel in January. And he's absolutely flying. I watch him anyway. He's quite good. He got loads of stick on his live stream last Sunday because he had it open as I have to everybody, not just subscribers. But he just brushes it off, which is what you've got to do, isn't it? Rayong is possible, but there's a lot more going on in Hua Hin. Price-wise for probably very similar. Okay. Steve Angus, yeah, but I do. You do what? I'll go back through the messages. You fancy going to Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Rayong's not that far from Pattaya anyway, is it? And I know quite a few people who live in Rayong. I like it there. Plus you've got Koh Samet. If you want to go on the beach, on the island, I should say. Steve Angus, watch Pattaya Owls, yeah. Yeah, he's good. It's a lot easier when you've got a lot of people on the stream like we did the first one. Obviously this one we've only got 4 people on the stream, so it's difficult there. It's difficult to promote conversation when you've only got 4 people on. But we'll keep going anyway. We might get some more. I was hoping Dean would have been on actually, because I got some information from him that he was asking about, but he's not. So I'll contact him by some means, probably email. So Spud, you're going to buy somewhere? Are you going to build somewhere? Are you going to rent somewhere? Stevie Angus, you always say you're going in December next year. So you're just going by yourself? Or are you going with friends? Ooh, well, 5 people on now. Yeah, there is a lot more going on in Hua Hin than there is in Rayong, like I must admit. Initially rent, I'd like to build, but my missus wants something ready built. I've always fancied building somewhere. Especially if you're going to be building it out, you know, in Chiang Mai. I think you will be able to get some like, but I presume the land will be a lot cheaper there than in Pattaya, for example. So you could get some land and build somewhere. I rented when I first moved up. I rented. I really like to do something like you did with your house and make it your own. Yeah. I mean, I was quite fortunate because I bought the house during COVID. Or we bought the house during COVID. Or for anybody who probably make a comment later, Nina bought the house during COVID. And then we got it for a really good price, as I say. So we completely good at it. If you watch the video, you'll see that. And so everything was brand new. Air conditioning units, kitchen, every single thing was brand new. Tiled floors. But it's really nice, and it's exactly the way we wanted it. So, but still, if I was to go back and do it again, I probably would try and build somewhere, because I would find that quite interesting. There's another YouTuber. Oh God, can't remember his name. Hold on a second. He's from Manchester anyway. And he bought some land he bought a farm, and he built a house on the farm. I think it took him something like 2 years to get it built. Somebody help us out with who it is, because you probably watch him anyway. He's really good. I like his videos. Just does videos on the farm. But I quite like his sense of humour. My missus was looking at land in Kanchanaburi. I think that's how it's spelled. Well, now to see it anyway. I don't know if it's spelled like that. It could be, but it sold quickly. So how much was a piece of land in Kanchanaburi then? And what size was the land? I must admit, if I could go back, I probably would try and do that. But don't get us wrong, I'm really happy with the house, and I love where we live. So, Spud, what do you think about buying the house? And would you buy the house in a company name, or would you buy the house in your wife's name? Just interested to know, because I do get some comments about the fact that I bought the house for Nina, but I intentionally did that so that if anything happened to me, then she's got that. So it's quite interesting to find out everybody's views on it. I actually had somebody make a comment today on one of the videos about saying I shouldn't buy an MG because the shit, and I wouldn't get the resale value back on it. But I bought it 4 years ago. I've only done 11,000 kilometers in it, and it's never had a problem with it. And I'm not going to sell it anyway. That'll last me till I die. So it's kind of irrelevant, the fact that I'll not get the resale value on it, because I'm never going to sell it. But everybody has different opinions on things. That's my point anyway. Kind of went around the houses to make it, but that's what I was trying to do. Half a ride, which would be more than big enough. It was 700,000 baht. But yeah, that's good, isn't it? And then to build it, well, you probably get it built for what? $1.5 million? $1.5 million and 700,000 for the land. It's pretty good, isn't it? This guy I'm talking about, I wish I could remember his name. He spent $2 million on building his house, and it's a great house, lovely house, spot on. And obviously he's got the farm as well. So you put it in your missus' name. My brother's everything to her and my daughter, so it's all theirs when I put my clothes. Yeah, I'm the same. It's just the same. When I go, she'll get it. That's it. If we split up, then we'll split up. But we've been married for 14 years, so I don't think there was any intention of either of us doing that. But I suppose never say never. But whatever happens, happens. Then you move on. 2 million to build and 700. I mean, 2.7 million for a brand new house, brand new build. That's pretty good, isn't it? How much is land in Hua Hin then? That's going to be more expensive, isn't it? Off of Ryan Kanchanaburi, I like it there as well. You never know, I might win the lottery tonight, and then I will build one. A holiday retreat. I'll get some stick for that when people watch this back. Stevie Angus, you're not going to move to Thailand? You're a single man, I believe. So, Spud, you're going to rent somewhere first when you get there in 2 years, and then you're going to buy. So you might well buy some land. That would be great. I'd love to do that. I've been looking at 1.2 million, but it's location as with everywhere, fixed price. Yeah, exactly. So 1.2 million as opposed to 700,000. Big difference, isn't it? Stevie Angus would love to, but haven't got the savings. Fair enough. Just keep going on your holidays then. I think it's a year now, can't you? Time. I think they've stopped doing border runs. Or the immigration has stopped people doing border runs, I'm reading today. So unless you get a visa, then you can only go twice, visa free. I guess most people will only go twice, once or twice a year, visa free. Jamie, how you doing, mate? Where have you been? Probably watching the Welsh football. Stevie Angus, ideally, if I could, 6 months in Thailand, 6 months here. I think it's an ideal scenario if you can do that. I know some taxi drivers that work 6 months in the UK and go and live out there for 6 months. And I've got a couple of friends who do that as well. Best of both worlds, isn't it? All goofs you. What does that mean? All goofs you. I don't know what that means. All right, no, but waiting, Ben Eubank 2, yeah. I'm going to watch that. I think it's on at 10 o'clock, isn't it? That'll be good. If it was as good as the last fight, that'll be absolutely brilliant. I fancy Nigel Benn as well. My missus' family have my missus has family land around Buriram. It's rural land and too far away from everything for me, but it's bloody free. Yeah. So how far is the nearest town then to where you are? If you wanted to go out, I don't know, if you wanted to go shopping or you wanted to go out for a meal or something, how far away is it? So, Jimmy, what you been doing today? Booking your flights? Ben saying you was my man when I youth. Yeah, definitely. If you watch both, yeah, definitely. When I watch those fights, I mean, there were brilliant fights, Eubank and Ben, but Ben was always the one for me. That's probably why I want his son to win. Should be good though. Should be good. I hate the international breaks anyway. Don't think any football fan enjoys the international breaks. Or if you're on here and you do like the international breaks, tell me. So, Steve, as you have disability parents, I'm only allowed 1 month out of the UK at a time. All right, okay. Oh, well, you can't do that. You can't do that, can you? It's not worth going out for a month, coming back, and then going back again, is it? Backwards and forwards like that. Jamie, you lazy one. Yes, looked at flights today. Tell you what, there's some bargains. When I booked my flight, there was some real good bargains. But I had a particular time that I wanted to go back. So I could have probably got a better deal. I mean, I paid $426. That's not bad, like one way. And it's a really good airline, that Hainan. I flew with them before. And I was a bit apprehensive because I'd never heard of them, but it was really good. Really good. So when you're flying then, if you've been looking at flights, you must be looking to go in the next few months. Spud, there's a small village 10 minutes from the land, but it's just local Thai food, no restaurants or big shops. Nearest for anything would be 30, 40 minutes away. Oh, God. Nah, wouldn't be for me either. It's just too far, that, isn't it? Nah, local Thai food, no restaurants or big shops. I couldn't do it. I mean, I'm not out all the time. Obviously, I'm living on the dark side. I'm not in Pattaya every night. But, I'm out 2 or 3 times a week, and I'd miss that. Got to enjoy yourself. Norse and news to the UK flights fly direct from Manchester. Yeah, I saw that. I actually looked at Norse when the first launched, and there was a flight in December for 220 quid. But I didn't know what date I was going to be going back, so I didn't book it. And they've gone up now, and it's still cheap, but the one I fancy is a week on Wednesday. Wow. How long are you thinking of going for? Week on Wednesday. I wish I was going a week on Wednesday. I take it you're just going for a holiday, Jamie. You need to make it around about December the 30th anyway, when I'm there. We can meet up. Spud, you're not going anytime in the next few months for a holiday? I know it's not cheap, like when you've got your wife and your daughter as well, like, and she'll be in school, so I know that makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm ready to give it a shot out there. UK is messed up. Too right it is. I said earlier I was driving along the coast today. The sea was rough as hell. It was pouring with rain, windy. Just that is enough to put you off. But then you've got all the other crap that's going on in the UK, and you just think, why would I want to be here? At least they're not going to put taxes up. The thing that I said they wouldn't do in the manifesto. Anyway, let's not get into politics, eh? But no, I must admit, like, I do hate it here. Hate the UK. Anybody else on here love the UK? I bet there's not many. Spud, I wish Maple like you, same time at school. Hopefully looking at springtime. Well, springtime, the flights will be cheaper, I guess. Stevie Angus, have you still got any contacts for 1 month rental at Grand Avenue, just in case I can't get Senra? Yes, I have. So yeah, if you can't get it, just let us know and I'll put you in touch. I like Grand Avenue, like, stayed there for 6 months. Really good. Jamie, parking tickets, speeding fines on fines, it's killing us. You know. When my dad's been in hospital for 5 weeks, and I was going to hospital every day. It was costing us £4 every visit, and I was there twice a day, so that was £8. And then taking a cup of tea upstairs for him in the cafe, another £3. Doesn't sound like a lot, but like £11 a day, every day, soon adds up. Okay, could slow down driving, but where's the fun in that? Grand Avenue is actually, I think I got a ticket the other day. Saying that, it was 3 weeks ago. So hopefully, touch wood. I wasn't sure what I was doing, but I thought I was over the limit, but hopefully not. Grand Avenue was a gem. I did, definitely. Yeah, I love it in there. If I was going to get a condo, I would definitely stay in Grand Avenue. Apart from the flooding of the car park. I don't know if they've sorted that out yet. Just after I moved out, it flooded. And there was loads of cars wrecked, motorbikes. But maybe they've sorted it out, I don't know. So how long are you going for, Jamie? A couple of weeks? God, I made that strong. Ugh. UK is a mess. I don't want to wish my time away, but the next 2 years can't go quick enough. I tell you what, it'll absolutely fly over the 2 years. I mean, this year's absolutely flew over. So 2 years will be gone in a heartbeat. All for one. Thanks for coming on. I just moved to Austria from England. The mountains and the nature is beautiful here. I bet it is. I love Austria. I've been to Austria a couple of times. Beautiful place. Love it. Man, the first time I went was skiing. And I can't ski. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful place. Jamie, I think they got on top of the flood. That's why the soil was dug up for 6 months. I know, and that was horrendous, wasn't it? I feel sorry for the bars up there. Because they were struggling to get people in, weren't they? That one on the corner of Grand Avenue, what's it called again? Oh my God. Somebody tell me, otherwise I'll be thinking about it all night. One-way ticket, Jamie. So you're gonna get, I don't know how old you are, you're gonna get a retirement visa, or you're gonna do a DTV? Obviously you'll not be just turning up visa free. You're getting a one-way ticket. So all for one, why did you decide to move to Austria from England? Apart from the fact that it is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, retirement 55. Good man. Yeah, that's what I did. This is the last time I'll be here anyway. My one-way ticket will be a one-way ticket. Thanks, Spud. Thanks for joining, mate. See you on the next one. All for one, I was just in the Philippines for 2.5 years. I would not recommend the place to anyone. Thailand is 100 times better than the Philippines. Right, okay. I was watching a YouTube video on the Philippines today. And it looked quite good, but I was probably making it look quite good. Because I know a couple of people who have been and they've both said that they wouldn't want to live. They enjoyed it, but they wouldn't want to live there. 2.5 years in the Philippines. Wow. So what? Why would you not recommend it to anyone then? I think it's a lot cheaper, isn't it, than Thailand? That doesn't mean anything if you don't enjoy it, like, but that's a big statement. Thailand is 100 times better than the Philippines. Jamie, still don't know where Wahin is spot on, but a bit of a small town compared to yeah. So would you go to Pattaya first, Jamie, and then decide where you're going to go from there? Or would you go somewhere else? Right, you do travel around the place. I'm going to do a lot of traveling when I get back, like definitely. Loads and loads of places that I haven't been. I do like Phuket, mine, but I don't want to go to touristy places. I want to go and visit all parts of Thailand, as many as I can. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to doing that. And I'm going to do it on a bus, hopefully, or trains. Bus or trains. That's my plan anyway. So you're going to stay Pattaya. Oh well, we'll definitely meet up in December then for a beer or two. 6 weeks. Have I said that already? Obviously, you'll be there before me. So there's a couple of people have mentioned they'd like to go to Wahin. I've just realised that I've got that caption on the bottom of the screen there. And I should have changed it. I'll hide it. Anyway, I think there's 9 or 10 people on here, which is not bad. Give us a like. Help the algorithm and all that. I'm getting good with this software. First time I've used it. Jamie left stuff in storage box in Pattaya, but I'd like to get to Buriram first. First the footy, they got 3 games in December at home. All for one, not really cheap anymore. Poverty, corruption, scammers, dogs and roosters keeping you awake. Awful traffic, noise pollution, skin tax, foreigners can't own land, house. This list is endless. Bloody hell. Yeah. Surprised you managed to. There's a lot on your list to not like. I've only ever had one friend. I've got a few friends who've been to the Philippines and moved to the Philippines, but there's only one that's actually stayed there. And he met his now wife there, and he moved there from Pattaya. Presume he's still there anyway. I've had no contact with him for a while, so. So you've been to, I presume you've been to Thailand then, all for one? Or if you haven't been, you're thinking of going? So I'm looking forward to, as I said on that video the other day, if anybody's watched it, I'm looking forward to getting back and doing videos on different areas, not just in Pattaya, but also around Thailand. And I'm going to do some, I've got some great interviews lined up with some great people. I can't wait to do them. The place will drive you around the twist, exactly. 90% leave within 5 years from what I can gather. Wow. 2 years is a long time, like. And now you're in Austria. It is a beautiful place. It's a big change from the Philippines. It's a big change from Thailand. Wow. So Jimmy, have you booked your flight, or you're just looking for flights? And I take it you're 55 now. So obviously I picked a bad time, Saturday night, to do a live stream. It's hard to say when the best time is. No, finger has been hovering a few weeks. Oh, just press the button, mate, and get it booked. Weather's only going to get worse. Weather's only going to get worse. Prices are going to keep going up, and you're going to be depressed being here. So press the button and just get it booked. Get yourself away. Yes, I was in Thailand. It's much better. Buddhist ladies are more fun and got a better energy. Yeah, I think the Thai people in general are just great fun, aren't they? They don't take life too seriously. I love it. I love it. I love Thailand. Stevie Angus can't book a flight until end of January. Why is that? Oh, for the time span in between. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can book a year in advance, can you? Maybe you can. I don't know. Never tried. Agreed. Press just left stuff too late to put forward on the market. It's like, yeah. It's probably not a good time to be putting your house on the market, is it? Could always rent it and take your and take the income from it. I sold my house here. I wish I'd rented it, but I didn't because I was just worried about getting some bad tenants in there, and I wasn't here to be able to monitor it. So I didn't, and I just sold it. But you can't have regrets, can you? You do what you think's right at the time, and that's it. Either it works out or it doesn't. Just rent it for a year, Jamie, and then put it on the market, or 6 months, and put it on the market, see if you can sell it. Yes, I do agree. Thai ladies are more fun, definitely. Or Buddhist ladies are more fun. There you go, Jamie. I agree. Sell up, put your stuff in storage. Life's too short. That is a fact. That is a fact. Life is definitely too short. You never know what's around the corner. It's a small flat. Is there a good or bad time? Can't we do with renting it? Rather leave it and come back about March to market and get back. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that if it's a flat. I mean, I had a house detached house. I shouldn't have sold it. Like, had a massive garden. It was really good. Had a really nice house. I shouldn't have sold it. Never mind. I did. Not storing anything, all or nothing. Well, I think you should just press the button, get yourself there, as you say, get yourself back in March and get the house on the market. My watch is telling me that I've been doing a run. Don't know how that is. Certainly haven't. So anybody else watching the boxing tonight? Or is there nobody interested in it? Obviously, I know Jamie is. Stevie Angus, you interested? I think it's at 10 o'clock, something like that. Once I get back, I'll have Nina on these live streams as well, so people will be able to ask her questions as well. It's a lot better when there's more people on the stream, obviously, because then they can ask questions. You kind of run out of things to say. Oh. Well, at least the software's working. I've got that working. Got a picture in the background working. But we could do with a lot more people on the stream, couldn't we? Well, all for one, you got lots of travelling within 2 or 3 hour flight from Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, Philippines, Japan. Yeah. Yeah. The world's your oyster. Plenty of places in Asia to travel there. I'm definitely going to do Vietnam, Cambodia next year. I've never fancied the Philippines anyway. Malaysia, fancy that. Korea, China, I fancy going to China. And Singapore, I want to go to Singapore for sure. Steve Angus would rather be in Soy 7. Well, I can't fault you for that. But what bar in Soy 7 are you talking about? See, Mac TV's opening a bar in Soy 7. And I watched a video he did today. He did name the bar, but I can't remember. Was it called Desire or something? Brave man for opening a bar. But he's run a bar before. In Soy 6, I think. So I guess he knows what he's doing. I know Paddy Owl's going to get involved in a bar, but he's not putting any investment in, which is a great deal. If you can get involved in a bar and not have to put any investment in. Great idea. He'll just be basically promoting the bar, I think. So come on then, Steve Angus. What bar in Soy 7? Black Angel? Nick Dean's new bar, Bar 7. But by the time I go, his club will be open. Yeah. Bar 7, I presume the club's on the back of the bar, but not open yet, from looking at his video. He's got a social media following, much better chance of taking off. Exactly, that's why he's doing it, isn't it? And he has done well. Like, I mean, he only opened the channel in January, so doing really well. All for one, Taiwan was nice but expensive, very safe and clean. The people were friendly to me, being English. Never thought about going to Taiwan, but I'm open to anywhere. I'm definitely going to travel next year for sure. Yeah, I've got to say, Jamie, his channel is quite good. Like, he has got a good following, hasn't he? Considering that he's not actually living in Pattaya, I think he does really well. So Taiwan's expensive, Singapore's expensive, I know that. But I would fancy going to Singapore. You been anywhere else, Jamie, or Thailand your favourite haunt? Does he not live there? No, he doesn't, no. He goes for 2 weeks. Well, he went for 2 weeks holiday a few weeks ago. And he's due to go back in January for another. I think he's going for 3 weeks in January. But yeah, he doesn't live there. I think he did try living there. He's got a DTV visa. So he did try living there, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. So he's back. But he's got a good channel, got to say. I'm hooked on Thailand, yeah. Me too. Steve Angus, I think you should treat me to the Globe Restaurant and Hotel in Soy 7. Never heard of it. Never heard of the Globe Restaurant. What's good about the Globe Restaurant? Globe Restaurant and Hotel. Don't even know where that. I honestly don't even know where it is. Yeah, at the end of the day, like Jamie, there's a lot of places in Thailand to see first before I start traveling around Asia. But I will go to Cambodia, Vietnam next year because I fancy that. Bangkok, yeah, I love Bangkok. Nina hates Bangkok. I love Bangkok. I couldn't live in Bangkok, definitely not. But I like going for 3 or 4 days at a time. Love going down the river and having a few beers down there, amongst other things. So how long have you been going to Thailand then, Jamie? Must be quite a while. I've been married for 14 years and I met me and Nina after 2 years, I think. So 16 years I've been going. And I still love it as much as I did the day I first went. It's a lot more expensive now, like. Buriram for football. Been to some of the Pattaya games. I mean, they're not very good, like, but yeah. They've got the racetrack as well in Buriram, haven't they? Steve Angus, Michelin star restaurant off one of the soys in Soy 7. First time was last millennium. It's fair to say that you haven't fell out of love with it either. I don't think many people do. Once you've been, you just want to go back. Especially the first time you go. I think everybody I know has booked a flight as soon as they got back to go back again. I know I did. Steve Angus, your first trip to Thailand was in 2005. Wow. It's a long time ago. I went to a Chonburi for a Pattaya game. They turned us away, media only. Bloody hell. Yeah, I've been to a couple of games. They weren't up to much, like I've got to say. I think they've just been bought out by somebody, haven't they? I know there's a story behind it, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. But I think they've just been bought by somebody else. You was there when I met Nina. Were you? Can't remember that. My memory's terrible. So, Jamie, do you go to Buriram a lot? You must do if you watch the football quite a bit. I've had to go on the racetrack. I've been to the racetrack in Pattaya. I think it was motorbikes. It was a motorbike weekend. I knew somebody who was riding. It's pretty good, like. Yeah, there is a stadium half built on the dark side, yeah. I've no idea why. Never been used. Just sits there. Probably never ever get used. It's been there for years. Drive past it quite a bit. So Stevie Angus, 2005, you were in Thailand. And that's when I met Nina. Was it? God. Can't be. It's not 20 years. I've known her 20 years. I think it was 2011 when I first went. I had 5 months in Laos last year to Songkran. I went up for a game, got a bit hooked. 5 times. Wow. What, hooked on the place or hooked on football? I wouldn't mind going, like, I must admit. Obviously, I enjoy watching football, so I wouldn't mind going to Buriram and watching a few games. And as I say, I enjoy the racing as well. You were there in 2011, Stevie Angus. Yes. Well, that's probably more like it. You remember where we used to stay? It was a place on Second Row, wasn't it? It's been pulled down now. Can't remember the name of it. I'm sure you'll remember the name of it. Well, the football found a good ball with a few good lads. Driving is easy compared to most parts. The driving is very easy up there compared to most parts. So would you drive up to Buriram from Pattaya then? I think driving outside Pattaya is a lot easier. It's a lot easier. I mean, I don't mind driving in Pattaya. You just get used to the way the people drive and it's fine. But I do think once you get outside, it's a lot safer. Well, what does everybody want to do? Do you want to knock it on the head? Because we've got 6 people on. And, oh yeah, Barracuda Bar, yeah, I remember. That's quite good in there. Actually, Steve, what went on in there shall just remain there. I think she was called Vow. Yes, but I think it was 15,000 kilometers after New Year. I drive, bloody hell. Alan Austin, hi, Choco, you all right? What time is it in Australia? Must be early morning or something, is it? I see you've been winning some bowls competitions in Australia. So Jamie, 15,000 kilometers. I think it was 15,000 after New Year. Bloody hell! It's a lot of miles. I just like when I go traveling in Thailand, I just like to get a bus or a train. Can't be bothered with the hassle of driving. Missing Thailand, been away 8. You've been 8 a.m. Bloody hell, 8 a.m. in Australia. Whereabouts in Australia are you again? You'll be looking forward to getting beaten the test matches starting next week, will you? Jamie, that's a lot of miles, aren't like? God. So when you're coming back to Thailand, Alan? Okay, Newcastle. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Newcastle in Australia. And I'll not say any more on that subject because there might be some Newcastle fans on here. And I don't want to upset anybody. So, Alan, when you're coming back to Thailand then? Yeah. I'd love to go to Sydney or Melbourne. Yeah. I was supposed to be going to the one in December, the test match in December, which is, oh, God. It's not Sydney. Oh, anyway, I got invited to stay at somebody's house. I was actually playing bowls in Bangkok with a couple of Australian guys, and they invited us to go and stay at theirs and go to the test match in December. But I just couldn't make it work, so Perth, maybe. Was it Perth? Or was Perth the first test match? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'd love to have gone, but never mind. So, Jamie, are you staying on, or are you going to watch the boxing? Bounce between Pattaya, Wahin, Buriram, and as far down as Krabi. I think Pat still has the edge, though. Yeah, I think I do love Pattaya, like I've got to say. But I'm going to go around. I'm going to travel, as I said, I'm going to travel around next year and visit loads of different places. And I'm more than happy dark side. Yeah, love the dark side. So pleased that I bought my house there. Or I bought Nina's house there. If anybody wants to pull me up on it. I'm unsure whether coming back for at least a year as doing 2-year pension sentence. Oh, yeah. Well, you must have done a year. You must have been back a year in Australia. Got to be at least a year. So you don't have to do 2 years consecutive in Australia then for your pension. So Jimmy, you're going to stay on the dark side when you travel across, when you go to Pattaya. Yeah, no, Jimmy, that's fine. I'm just we've only got 6 people on the stream now, so I'm just thinking whether it's probably worth just ending it and then having another one at some point during the week. We might get a few more people on with a bit of luck. What time is it? So we've been on 1 hour and 21. Yeah, I think we'll probably knock it on the head then. And then we'll have another one during the week if everybody's happy to do that. Jamie, my thoughts, I'll get a condo at CC and still bounce about from there. Yeah? Good idea. Just enjoy yourself, basically. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. 55 and retired. Got to do it. Especially as soon as you're, well, I'm presuming that you're single. It very much sounds like it. Alan, yes, being here a year, maybe 2 years can leave, but working in my house and boards, life different, not same as Pattaya. Yeah, I know. But I tell you what, though, that year's gone really quick. So only 1 year left to go, and then you can go back to Pattaya. That'll fly over that. Absolutely fly over. Right, well, I'm going to close the stream and I'm going to do another one during the week. Hopefully everybody will come along, because the more people that come and the more questions we're going to get. And obviously it'll be a lot more interesting. Great to see you advancing your video skills. I wouldn't say that on. The problem is on a live stream, if you haven't got a lot of people on there, then you've got to try and think of things to say. But that's been all right. Been some quite good conversations. Been some good people on. One in each port at most. Yes, the single I meant. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant, Jimmy. Okay, everybody, I'm going to close it down and I'll see you. Hopefully see you on the next one during the week. And thanks for joining today. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you later. Cheers.